The earthquake that hit Russia, 8.8. I think they said it was like number 9 or something like that on the history's highest scale. So let's get over into those videos and see, Jesus, what was the damage? What was happening? They say that the tsunami, just for the size of the earthquake that happened, the tsunami was relatively small. It wasn't that what people would expect from an 8.8 magnitude earthquake. But let's get over right into that and see what it's talking about. Golly.
All right, so this is some new video just into our newsroom. This is from an area in Russia, and this is our first look at this tsunami wave, where we can see, this is called the, I'm sorry if I mispronounce this, the Severokursk area. And
see the
this
buildings
is in
moving?
Russia's Kuril Islands. And you can see the tsunami wave coming, and you can see it doing damage. And that's our first look at that as this repeats, Marla.
Yeah, and on a closer look, you'll see the buildings being swept away. So these images are out there. There's a watch for the entire West Coast coastline. Here's what I'm talking about here when you're seeing the buildings being swept away. This is one of the largest top 10 earthquakes to strike.
Since 1990, since 1900. One of the top 10 earthquakes in the world since 1900, 8.7 magnitude quake. And you think about, earthquakes as you get up in magnitude, they're not all the same. I mean, that is a enormous earthquake, which we think happened out in the middle of the ocean. Because if something like that would have happened right under land, the devastation would be, unbelievable. But as
I couldn't imagine what the sight would have been, what we would have seen in the videos that we would have reviewed if this would have happened under some people. The amount of catastrophic death oh my God, we're lucky that hit in the middle of the ocean. It didn't. If it would have caused way more damage, way more loss of life. I'm not sure if anybody lost their life here, but I'll look into that. But Jesus Christ, I can't imagine.
We saw with Japan when we had that big quake there in Fukushima, the tsunami was more deadly than the quake itself. And we know the power of water in terms of a tsunami wave is about as powerful a force as there is on Earth. And it can move buildings, it can move cars, and it can kill a lot of people quickly. Hopefully we don't have that situation here, but it is concerning when we start hearing about these warnings and watches.
This is a live look at a location in Japan. So you're seeing the activity in the ocean, of course. As it relates to the concern here, Hawaii has just been upgraded from a tsunami warning to a tsunami watch. If it strikes there, it will be 7 o'clock, 7:15 their time, local time, Hawaii time, which is not until the 10 o'clock hour for us. We're hearing that would translate. Here's a live look at Hawaii and Waikiki Beach. We're hearing that the worst of it, if it were to happen along the West Coast, would happen in the 1 a.m. hour Wednesday.
Right. So again, Hawaii now a warning up from a watch. Which means that they're more concerned about it and that they are going to be having literal alarm bells, which they have set up for potential tsunamis, that will be blaring in Hawaii over the next few hours to get people prepared for this. Let's hope it's a minor incident, but we don't know exactly what it's going to look like as we continue to follow this.
So now that is absolutely wild. We're going to get into, they just showing some videos of the shaking and the damage that was happening. So let's get over right into that. Yeah, I couldn't imagine being inside a building like that. Too much glass around.
Прошел примерно час с момента землетрясения.
You hear the siren in the background?
Вот так у нас мониторы выглядят.
В основном здания устояли, но одного из детских садов, который находился на ремонте, обрушился фасад. Погибших и пострадавших нет. Спасатели МЧС России осмотрели, в настоящий момент здание огорожено. Также Камчатским центром наблюдения и предупреждения о цунами была объявлена угроза цунами в нескольких муниципальных образованиях Камчатского края.
That is wild. Let's go into some more stuff. Jesus. See, I've never felt a violent shaking like that. I felt a little shaking from the earthquake, so that the earthquake that hit over in South Carolina. I've never felt anything this violent. So I can't imagine how that would feel. Tell me if y'all felt. How did y'all feel if y'all ever felt an earthquake or a big earthquake? Jesus.
Непосредственная угроза волн цунами. Возникла непосредственная угроза волн цунами. Ждите дальнейших сообщений Главного управления МЧС России по Камчатскому краю и действуйте сами.
Господи, боже мой!
That is great.
Стой, Господи, боже мой! Когда успокоится все, Господи! Ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой-ой! Господи! Лосечка мой маленький, лосечка! Сейчас пойдем. Сейчас пойдем.
Got the dog right there.
Ой, Господи!
They outside? That is wild. We've seen that. Let's get over into the next one. This is a surgeon room that happened. Yeah, that wasn't that bad. That is crazy. Imagine you're on the table. Imagine you're on the table getting operated and then an earthquake hits. Oh my God. Absolutely crazy.
После землетрясения вода ушла.
I know they got to be careful because when the water goes away, it's like a big wave is coming in. That's the dock. We got to get back out of there. Oh, you got mountains collapsing? Oh, that's crazy. And
this is a problem. One of the strongest earthquakes on
last
record.
Video we're going to look at just to
ever has struck Russia's far eastern portion of the continent, triggering a tsunami that spread across much of the Pacific Ocean.
Waves hit parts of Japan, Hawaii, even as far as Alaska. Authorities saying to avoid the coastline. Joe Cortez live in studio with the latest.
Well, Kate Patrick, the 8.8 magnitude earthquake struck a peninsula on the east coast of Russia. This is new video this morning out of Russia. It shows panicked sea lions diving into the sea as rocks from the cliffs, they fall from above them. Now in Japan, people were sent to evacuation centers. We saw traffic jams across Honolulu.
Think about the animals.
David Schneider, a tsunami warning coordinator at NOAA, says tsunamis cross the ocean as fast as a jet airplane in deep water. But when they get close to shore, they slow down and start to pile up.
A tsunami is the entire ocean column that is being lifted up above that high tide level there because of that extreme movement of the Earth's crust with the earthquake there. So this is a significant planetary event that we've just witnessed.
And many areas have downgraded their warnings, but a meteorologist out west with the National Weather Service is saying that they're seeing water surges. And while the impacts are low right now, he says that people need to stay very vigilant and avoid the coast. Live in the studio.
Absolutely crazy. Not like I said, tell me your thoughts. Have you ever been in a situation like that? Have you ever been in an earthquake before? I've never experienced something like that. I know it's been the top 10, but have you ever felt a violent shaking like that where you were super scared in a situation? I've never. I've felt a little bit of shaking, but it's never where I was scared anything was going to happen. I can't imagine those people out in what is it, California? They be always talking about a super earthquake that might happen. I can't. But there's stuff that happens everywhere. You have stuff that you got to worry about hurricanes in Florida. You got to worry about tornadoes in the middle, earthquakes in California, wildfires. Oh my God. Mother Nature can be very scary. Very scary. And we just got to take care of our planet until eventually because it's almost like a certain fact that unless we do something, change our ways, the earth isn't going to sustain us. It's not going to sustain us forever, of course, because planets always die. But that is absolutely crazy. Like I said, tell me your thoughts on that. All right, everybody, remember this is AC Reviews the Word. Remember to like and subscribe.